Hello, I'm Chris, and welcome to Tax Free Family. Today, we're diving into the world of 1035 exchanges. Let's break down how it works and why it might be beneficial for you. What is a 1035 exchange? A 1035 exchange, named after Section 1035 of the Internal Revenue Code, lets policyholders swap life insurance policies, annuities, or endowment contracts without paying taxes on gains. It's a great way to optimize your insurance coverage and investment returns. If you're stuck with an IUL that doesn't perform as expected, a 1035 can be a solution if numbers make sense. Follow the links in the description to talk to us about whether a 1035 exchange is right for you. So, when should you make the switch? Only if you have already maximized your contributions to the old policy before switching over. More on that later, or skip to the MEC chapter for that answer now. So how does a 1035 exchange work? Let's take a look at the steps. There's initiation. You start by submitting an application for the new insurance policy or annuity with a different insurance company. Remember, the new policy must cover the same individual as the old one. Underwriting. For life insurance, the insured must go through and pass another health underwriting process. Annuities don't require this step. Request for funds. Once the new application is approved, the new insurance company requests the cash value of the old policy from your current insurance company. Transfer of funds. The current insurance company surrenders the old policy, liquidates its cash value, and transfers the funds to the new insurance company. Basis transfer. The cost basis and cash value of the old policy are transferred to the new one. Note that any outstanding loan balance on the old policy must be settled before the exchange. So let's talk about the pros and cons of a 1035 exchange, because actually, not all 1035 exchanges make financial sense. The pros. You still get the tax-deferred growth, where you can switch policies without triggering a taxable event, allowing continued growth. Policy improvement. You move to a better performing product or those with more favorable terms. Customization. You can adjust your coverage to better suit your current needs. But there are some cons, like underwriting risk. You may need a medical examination, and if your health has deteriorated, qualifying could be difficult. Potential surrender charges. If your existing policy is within its surrender period, you may incur significant charges. Sales pressure. Beware of agents recommending exchanges for their gain rather than your benefit. Complexity and time. The process can be time-consuming and complex. Once you transfer the funds to a new company, your cash value is typically locked up for 6 months. Lost benefits. Some benefits of the old policy might not transfer to the new one. So, what does it mean to trigger a MEC? A MEC is a modified endowment contract. Many policies that are underperforming are also underfunded. What do I mean by that? The IRS has rules for how quickly a policy can be maximum funded before it violates tax laws. The main rule regarding this is the 7-pay test, which says that within the first 7 years of owning a policy, a certain ratio of cash to death benefit is paid in. If the cash portion you've contributed is below the 7-pay test, then you can add cash into the policy up to that 7-pay test limit. Contributing more cash than that within the first 7 years will trigger the account as a MEC, or modified endowment contract, and the policy loses its tax favorable status. Why is this important? Any cash in the previous policy before 1035 exchange is grandfathered into the new policy. Once the new policy starts, the 7-pay test recalculates and you lose the ability to plug that additional cash in to help your cash value compound. So make sure before a 1035 exchange that you have max funded everything you can to hit the ground running with the new policy. And finally, if you want additional helpful financial information as it rolls out, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, comment below with any questions you feel the community would benefit from. I'll answer all that I can. Cheers, folks.